Have you heard my theory on why Deku can be Gojo?
Your theory on why Deku can be Gojo.
So like you know Gear Shift, right?
Yeah.
So like it was in the manga. They're like Gear Shift can break the rules of reality.
Okay.
The way Infinity work, it's like an asymptote, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like when you get closer, you never approach. You know what I mean?
So you said Deku can be Gojo, right?
Yeah. So like if he starts doing the squat,
he breaks one bone and he dies and he's done. One bone. That's all he needs to break. One bone and he's done.
that's not true.
Is it?
Have you read My Hero Academia, bro?
Yes.
When he was fighting Shigaraki, all of his bones were broken, but he was using Black Whip to hold himself together like a puppet.
Okay.
So this is what he does, right? Deku sees Gojo. They're fighting, right?
Uh-huh.
He starts charging Fajin.
Uh-huh.
Starts doing squats, like 10 squats. Right?
Okay.
He builds up power. Gear shifts maximum.
Uh-huh.
I think he broke the speed of light. Okay?
Yeah.
But again, warping reality. I know it's like we're thinking on like concrete terms. Hey, the speed of light times breaking the rules of physics to equal infinity. But I don't give it because Deku could solo Gojo with one kick. I'm not joking.
I feel like you could block it. I feel like what do you mean? Like, what is he going after he runs out of like all the American states? He's gonna just be done.
All he needs is one kick, bro. With the Fajin.
Sure, yeah.
He just does like 10 squats, bro. And then he goes like, one for all, Manchester kick.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Study Room. This is a talk show by Anime Nation, a registered student organization at the University of Washington. I am your co-host, Shawn.
I'm your co-host, Edison.
We are currently taking over a former podcast of ours called the Weeb Nation Podcast. But this isn't a podcast, this is a talk show that is also on Spotify for some reason.
Show? We're putting this on Spotify?
Yeah, I'm putting this on Spotify.
Okay, nice.
I'm cutting that out.
No, keep that in.
Oh, we're keeping that in? Okay. So the reason why we're calling this the Anime Study Room is because we reserve a study room on campus, and it's just like a bunch of like our members showing up and we all hang out, right? But however, at the same time, it doesn't really, no one studies in that room.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing the amount of, in my own language, jerking off that happens in that room. But like, you know, you can put whatever you keep the motion, just change the word. But like, dude, it's kind of amazing how much it's devolved into like absolute chaos.
Because like like in the first hour, people actually genuinely try to study. Like we got like just difficult classes. Everyone is like in their major. They're trying their best. I mean, if you look in general alone and people post their grades, they're getting 4.0s, 3.9 like that. And then I'm looking at my grades like I'm barely passing.
Yeah, like. I mean, to be fair, we're like two burned out old dudes, you know what I mean? Like, I'm walking around campus with a cane, you know, I'm struggling to...
It's weird, we're seniors, and we're doing this now, and it's just kind of... This is a weird position to be in. I have no idea. Like, everything that we have done for this club and this organization, it's been incredible, but at the same time, wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I put more effort into this club than I do, like, studying and stuff.
Dude, like, I'm working on my capstone, right? And
oh, yeah, the game.
Yeah, like, I barely put anything, like, I feel so bad for my teammates, because, like, they're trying their hardest, and they're, like, putting in so much effort for our, like, project, and I'm over here being like, Anime Nation, let's go! And they try to go as far as we can with that, and try to, like, I mean, it's exciting. This is cool. This is a really cool thing to do. First off, we'd like to say that every other podcast that is done here at the University of Washington, we're nothing like them. They're like, you know, actually,
I've never listened to it.
So I talked to the guy who like runs this place, right?
The Japanese dude.
Yeah, he was talking to me about how like certain departments will come here, like I think like the biology department.
You mean like they have actual podcasts?
Yeah, they do like serious like talks about like science, right? And then we've got us talking about God knows what
about playing with gherkins in the study.
Like, what is it? Like, okay, so, like, one of the funny things about it, ever since we took over, he's the president, right? So he's, like, in charge of, like, making the rules, making sure that everyone's in motion, everything's set. And then the first thing he does, he bans a board game. Because he absolutely hates... There's a board game that I can't say the name.
Yeah.
I can't say the name, but there's a board game that...
There's hexagons, and like it's like hexagons, and it's bad. It's bad for your bet.
You could get grains.
No,
you can get
cut it there, buddy. Don't hear anything where this.
You can pick your location. You can pick 3 pieces of area.
Oh my. Do you want to know why it's banned?
Why is it banned?
Oh, here's the story.
I want to hear the story.
You met my roommate Matthew, right?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, he dresses in Gorpcore every day. You know, hoodie, Hoka shoes, maybe chinos, sweatpants. Very laid back guy. But this guy has made me mad very many times.
Okay.
The reason why that game is banned was because I used to be in Key Club in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our first kind of like board hanging out thing, right? We're planning it, and we're like, okay, we have 2 cars. Let's drive to like ice skating, and then we'll like go to the mall afterwards, get food or like a restaurant or something, right? Pretty chill idea after a Friday half day of school, right?
Yeah.
The night before, as a joke, we're like, hey guys, what if we like walked to the ice skating rink 5 miles away as a joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all like being sarcastic.
Wait, 5 miles away?
Yeah, it's like 5 miles away. It's like, or maybe like 3 or 4, but like,
Okay.
it's like Deep Linwood, right? And then everyone's joking like ha ha ha, and Matthew, one of the drivers, my roommate, goes, oh yeah, for sure, that sounds fun, guys. Is it cool if I bring that game with us? And we're like, I mean, sure. I don't know if we'll play it, but sure, man. And we're joking, right? We're like, okay, yeah, I'll see all the drivers tomorrow at 1 p.m. sharp after class, okay? So cut forward next day, Friday. There's like 10 of us, by the way. 10 of us are all together. And we're like, all right, so Matthew, Alyssa, where did you park? And then Matthew goes, what do you mean, where did I park? And then we go, where's your car, dude? And he's like, we're walking, right? And I'm like, you didn't bring your car? You expect us to actually walk like 4 miles to the ice rink? And he's like, I thought we were. And he's like, but I brought this. And he holds up the board game. And like, that's all he brought. He has a sun hat on. It's a winter day.
Yeah.
And he has that game. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And that's why, like, since that day, I've pledged to never play that game.
Why is it because of that? It was because you had like a bad argument with the game.
No, I've never played it. I don't care. I'm not.
I thought it was because like you just had a really rough argument with the game itself.
No, I don't care. We're just not playing that. That's
the stupidest reason for banning.
No, I
board game,
think
bro.
it's valid. I don't want to see that anywhere near me. If I'm the president of anything, it's banned. Why can't you play Risk? Risk is like that game but better.
No, Risk takes way too long. Risk takes way too long. Risk takes like 2 days to beat. Unless you're playing like the online version, it takes so long to like set up
Okay.
and actually play the game itself. It was what, you're rolling dice the entire time? It's just
Yeah, or like Monopoly. Monopoly's even worse.
no, yeah, Monopoly is worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Monopoly's funny though.
But anyway, that's why that game is banned.
But we bleeped it 2 times. Yeah, they used the word 2 times.
Well, I can say, you guys can't. That's how it's public.
Okay.
Well, you can't. You can say it if you want to, but everyone else, you can't say that.
Everyone else.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, so in the study room, it gets quite hectic in there. I remember the first time I showed up.
Was it this year?
Yeah, it was this year. Because I never show up to like any. It's bad.
Any of
Because
the
I've been an officer for 2 years now, and it's just like I haven't shown up to anything that we've actually done as an RSL.
It's fine.
No, I'm not busy. I'm not busy at all. You know what I do? Like every time I finish class and I go home and then I just read manga. That's it. I am the most unproductive, unmotivated person out there. I know that unless like there's something that actually gets me excited, I do nothing. I'm a refresh, see what new chapters are out, and then just read them.
Yeah.
And that is all I do. I have zero social life.
It's better than doom scrolling TikTok.
Yeah, no, that's why I refuse to download TikTok.
Because is that actually why? Because you'll like.
No, YouTube Shorts.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Actually, I like my TikTok algorithm right now.
Dude, people hate me for using YouTube Shorts. It's pretty bad. I know, but at the same time, I don't want to download another app. It's so much work. Even though I have an account, I do have a TikTok account, but just don't use it.
My Instagram algorithm's kind of crazy. It's like, do you know what a proboscis monkey is?
What's a proboscis monkey?
Oh my fucking god! Wait, 1 second. So it's like this orange monkey, and it has like a big dangling nose. Like let me show the camera right now before I show him. Hopefully you can see that. But it's censored. It didn't make the sound. Wait. Let me find one to make the sound. I build this brick by brick. All of my reels are now Proboscis Monkey and DPRU. Yeah.
Is that your entirety of your Instagram?
Wow.
I barely use Instagram enough to like justify actually like going to reels. I don't know, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. I see all the people from high school and they're getting like either married or they fall off
Really?
going to some crazy path.
Married? Dude, they're like 21.
I know. That's what makes me sad.
Oh,
There was
God.
a girl that was in my friend group, right?
Uh-huh.
And then she ended up leaving because I think she moved to a different school or whatnot. But she has like 2 kids now, I think.
Pretty crazy.
I know. Like I've known this girl for a long time,
Yeah,
and now she has 2
respecting-
kids. And like,
Taking that up, that's not easy. Even though my Instagram's Proboscis Monkey and DPR Ian, my TikTok is literally all blue lock. I'm not kidding.
this is just
It's like anything from edits where it's like Brazilian fog and it's like thirst traps of Kaiser, and then it goes like chapter 292 breakdown of blue lock. As you can see here, Rinatoshi is like a fraud. He's a fraud, and it's like that. And it's like I that's all I watch when I'm at home. By the way, it's just blue lock TikToks.
I don't get the okay. Blue Lock is an okay show. Don't get me wrong. It is an okay show. I'm not like crazy about it. I'm not gonna glaze over it compared to like most other like sports anime.
Okay,
If I'm talking about like a good sports anime, Hajime no Ippo comes to mind.
that's fair. Okay,
Slam Dunk comes to mind.
that's also fair. Okay, but for me, here's the thing about blue lock. Okay.
Yeah.
That show is such garbage as an anime.
Yeah.
I don't care. I swear.
Yeah.
And that's because every single panel
Uh,
has the most beautiful detailed art, right? Like I'm not joking. Like when I already
what like
I'll show you
was
one
it
right now.
grids all showing up and his eyes are like, oh my gosh, I have like target in my eye. It turns
No,
black.
no.
But then in reality, you think about it as actual soccer terms, and you think of like the sidemen kicking a ball back and forth.
Well, okay. Well, let me see if I can show you this. Do you see this?
Yeah.
This is just a dude playing soccer, and he's really angry playing soccer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I show that to the
I
camera.
think about that, and I think about like actual soccer, like a soccer match, and then there's just like they're doing goofy off.
That's true, but like this is anime, right? This
Yeah.
is where everything's over exaggerated, everything's super lit.
Hajime no Ippo's sick because it is anime, but at the same time, you actually feel the impact of the punches, and you see that in real life.
With blue
When
lock,
an anime does sports anime perfect is when it shows like the actual effort being shown of that sport, and you can relate it to actually watching that sport in real life. Blue Lock is like it's like watching Mario Strikers, Mario Strikers, but as a
Mario Strikers is lit.
yeah, but that's not in real life. What? I'm not gonna watch a video game play of Mario Strikers like and actively go like, oh, that's so sick. If I'm watching Messi do his, he's gonna be doing I don't know what. He's gonna be running around, kicking a funny little goofy little ball.
Okay, but again, you have to remember this is anime. This is not reality, bro.
Yeah.
The reason why Blue Lock sucks as an anime, the reason you mentioned impact, right?
Yeah.
You know what the problem is like you saw that panel I just showed you, right? Did you see how much text was on that?
Like barely any.
No, there was like at least 6 sentences of dialogue.
Yeah.
Right? If that's in an anime format where it's animated, right? If people are kicking the ball super fast, like back and forth, that means they need to slow down the ball getting kicked around so they can be like, how did he read my moves? Yeah, he knows everything I'm going to do. And he's like, of course I know your moves, Rin. You're fucking stupid, right? And then it's like that, like 2 seconds that takes you to read that in the manga becomes like 15 in the anime, right? So I understand saying Blue Lock as an anime is bad. I get that. I hard agree, actually.
Yeah.
But like reading the manga, have you seen like the very end?
I'm caught up. I skimmed through that though.
But did you watch the very final goal with like, it's like the 2 brothers facing, like when his eyes are blocked?
Yeah.
Reading the manga is like seeing that the entire time, basically. If that makes any sense. That's why I so heavy. If I understand if it's not your cup of tea, like I actually get that. I get that.
I still read it because it's like just there.
Oh, you read it?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
You caught up?
Yeah, I read so much. Like that's why I say that. Like when I say I read manga, I read like
A lot.
I read everything. Like whatever that
Honestly-
like that comes to my page, I just go like, oh, cool. But the only downside is that every new manga that I have been reading right now has all been Yuri, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Open here.
No, because like that's what's been trending. Go on. You know what? That's a piracy site. Don't go on manga. I'm gonna censor that. But like every time I go on manga and like go look up like new mangas, the ones that are promoted are all Yuri for some stupid reason, and they're okay. They're fine. Like they're cute romance, but don't get me wrong. But I'm just like, I don't know. I want something funny. I want good comedy. I want good comedy manga.
You want more substance.
Yes.
Okay, to add on to your point really quick, I know someone who's a big Fujoshi, and on all the sites they use to pirate their manga,
Yep.
the top 5 are always Fujo bait.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. It's all Fujo bait.
I don't know why. Wait.
If it sells, it sells. You know, I'm a yaoi fan. You know, I'm a cishet man. I love yaoi.
Because I think the last 20 new series I've started are all either trashy isekais or yuri manga.
I was gonna say I always thought like low key. I thought like what you read all the time is like trashy isekai. Like, 'cause that's what you usually mention when we're in the car.
Oh yeah, because that's like all the time. Every time I'm like, oh, this looks somewhat interesting. Oh wait, no, it's some
Trashy
random.
isekai.
It's some random villain type character in this alternate world where he's like, I can't be the bad guy anymore. I'm gonna be the good guy from now on. But I must let the protagonist go further, and then they themselves become the protagonist. And you're like, wow, crazy.
That's the new like trend in isekais right now.
Yeah, I swear. That's like, I feel like the last 5 mangas have all been that same plot point, and it's like it hits every single beat on point, exactly the same. It's just the art style is different, and then like one has white hair, the other one has black hair.
Or if you did it first. Anyways, no, that's interesting because like I know I'm the president of Anime Club, but here's the problem, okay? I'm gonna be real with you. I only read like 3 things. I only keep up with like 3 shows at a time or mangas at a time. It's not that I'm not open to reading new stuff. It's just that the things that like really hook me in, I stay consistent with. So for example, last year was like JJK, Wheelock, and like I forgot the third one. I think some rom-com or something. And then JJK ended. Don't get me started on that. But I feel like with you, it's like very interesting that we kind of have the different like takes. I want to see the things I care about like all the way to the end, and I feel like you're always like you're seeing everything at once. You know, kind of crazy.
Yeah, because I just like go on because like whenever someone recommends me a manga or an anime, I make sure to like check it out, and then I end up reading the entirety of it.
Oh man,
catch up. Like, was it? I think I was recommended Dangers in My Heart or Dangers of My Heart.
The one with the boy who's like, I'm gonna kill her.
It's like an edgy thing, and that's a really good rom-com. No, it's not even like a rom-com. It's more of just romance as a whole.
And like
really good
like a
romance
coming of
manga.
age, you'd say. Yeah.
Very, very good. Very good. The anime is good. Everything about that show is good. It's just a good show.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
My problem is like I have like a huge list of things I need to check out. Like both games, manga, anime, like all 3. I gotta like. I had to delete TikTok to like lock in on that.
Oh god, when it comes to games, like there's so much that like every time I start something and I'm like, I'll finish it later. And then there's so much. Like I remember I bought Elden Ring, played like 3 hours of it, and I'm like, I'll get back to this. And I just haven't touched it since opening week. And like all my friends are like, oh dude, you have to play this game, it's so good. I'm like, I know it is, but I am lazy.
Yeah, I'd rather read manga. Yeah.
I do that, and exactly. And then the next thing I do is like I buy Baldur's Gate, play like 10 hours of that, and then I'm like, and then I fall off and I just forget to touch it. And then Tears of the Kingdoms come out, play like halfway of that, and then I'm like, I'll get back to it.
Never did. Yeah,
It's all within like the first week. I'll buy the game like week of, and then just like don't touch it afterwards. And that's a problem. That is a problem. But oh my gosh, my attention span.
I mean, I just feel like there's just so much content to get through, like at all times.
So much,
right? That's kind of like why I lock in on the 3 things I like. You know, it's because like then I'll always be consistent with that rather than always dropping stuff.
Yeah.
That's just my approach to it.
No, too much content. Too much content's coming out, and then there's more coming out.
Always more, bro.
New consoles coming out, new games coming out. Whoa.
Am I allowed to talk about leaks? You heard about the Smash 2 leaks? Or the new Smash game leaks?
New Smash
I doubt it's real. But like...
No, there's no way. It has to be a port, right? It has to be a port. There's no way they're gonna make a new Ultimate game, right? What are they gonna call it?
Ultimate
What?
2?
Ultimate 2?
Smash Penultimate. Oh, yeah.
Super Smash Bros. Penultimate.
Yeah, well, who did I see that was leaked? Like, supposedly leaked. I think it was...
4chan?
I don't even know. No, it was actually... I saw it from a reel. So, like, probably from 4chan
so
still.
probably from 4chan,
yeah.
or if it was like a 2chan post that's translated.
Some Twitter. All I really remember is it's the characters that were leaked with like the new Xenoblade characters. I also, dude, have you seen Xenoblade gameplay?
Yeah, bro.
Matthew, the guy.
Yeah.
Last quarter, like if I'm doing nothing, I just chill in the living room watching him play. I get plays itself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like
$60.
Yeah, it's like every single gacha game where you just have it on autoplay, and you watch.
Oh, don't let the Genshin fans hear you, man.
Oh, what are they gonna do?
They're gonna do their dailies and then they'll get mad at you.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, it's Genshin, bro. That's crazy. the wall looking. Well, what?
Genshin is actually really great. I'm the Genshin ambassador. I love Genshin Impact. Love Not Long. This is just off the top of my head, but like one thing about like that. Okay, this might be a little controversial. I don't like how over designed all the Hoyoverse characters are.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, they all have really cool designs.
No.
But like when I think of like Risley, like probably my favorite Genshin character, or like even Blade to some extent from Star Rail, if you know who that is.
No.
Edgeman with sword. Like I like thinking of all their details is like insane, because it's like just for one cosplay, right? Like if you ever look at the Genshin cosplays,
Yes.
they have like a whole like treasure trove of accessories they need to put on. Like for mine, remember when we did that thing at the start of the year when we gave out all the Genshin stuff? I had like a pair of handcuffs here on my like on my hip. I had like a chain. I had like a ring on every other finger. I had, what else did I have on? I had to have a fur coat attached to me, hanging off that fur coat. I had to have another pair of handcuffs hanging off the back of the coat. You know, it's like, how do they like come up with like, all right, this is how much stuff we're gonna put on this character? Because you look at like other, like most like I'd say like Japanese games, right, where it's like for example like Persona 5. If I close my eyes and think of Yusuke, I can like vividly see just the color blocking and all of that. Very simple.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to someone similar like Blade from Honkai Star Rail, I see the different gradients of his hair. I can see all the speckles and sparkle, the flowing magma of his sword, and like all the intricate details on his like his clothes. So, well, are there any like characters that you'd say are like over designed, but like you kind of like their design or hate it?
Like any of the JoJo characters?
Really? You think JoJo's over designed?
Oh my! I mean, Akira, like, he does an incredible job, but like, oh wow, it's just like so detailed. Everything about it. It's just his new art style, though.
Oh, okay, I mean, like, you mean like shading and all that?
Yeah, because like his new art style with like everything that he does, it's like so overly meticulous that it makes me go, whoa.
All I'm saying, only among the artists with art in the Louvre, he's my goat.
Yeah, that is true.
My goat.
Oh, I feel like One Piece can get into the Louvre though.
Okay, that's
See how popular it is
that's
now?
because of the popularity, though, bro. You know, it's because of popularity. If we're talking like,
What if it fell off?
I
say that in terms of his art style. No, watch his or like look at his older art and look at his newer art.
not as good.
How he does his paneling now is a lot more lazy than it used to be. Albeit, I understand he's getting old, but again, the story's still peak. I'm forever a fan.
I still
It
don't read
is-
One Piece. I'm not gonna lie.
I love One Piece so much.
Yeah, what chapter does it get good at again?
Oh, like the first chapter.
Oh, really? I've heard chapter 400.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Whoever says that like One Piece gets good at a certain point, that's a lie. No, One Piece gets good from the first chapter.
I've actually read the first like 5 chapters of it.
Oh no, but that's the thing. It's meant to hook you in. It does a great job with it, like the world building. If you can't get hooked in for the first like 10, 15 chapters, I don't think you can get into One Piece. I think you need to get into like One Piece at the beginning portion, or to get like appreciate all the way throughout. That's just my opinion. If you don't like the first 10, then just don't bother reading all of it, any of it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because most One Piece fans they're kind of
What, you're like, oh yeah, it gets good at this arc and this arc. No, that's a lie.
no. They kind of treat it like the gospel. You know what I mean? It's like they preach it to the high heavens. It's like you gotta read One Piece. You know?
Yeah, and then
I
there's
understand
a
it.
few arcs that are, but then there's like peak arcs. I mean, one of my favorite arcs are the ones that people don't like the most, and that's Skypiea. I like Skypiea. I think Skypiea is a fun little like story that they go on, but other people seem to not like it as much. I mean, that's everyone has their own opinions. I just think One Piece, if you can't get into it in the beginning, don't bother checking it out. Just watch Demon Slayer.
Oh man,
Everyone likes Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is like the number one most like highest grossing R-rated film.
Demon Slayer is like so.
Has Deadpool beaten Demon Slayer? No,
I
right?
don't know.
Because Deadpool versus Wolverine, because I know like that was like going up there as like the highest grossing R-rated film. I know it's like the highest grossing film of last year, but
Alright, yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
1.2. I know it's at least 1.3 billion.
yeah, it made a crap ton of money.
Not gonna lie though, Demon Slayer, I've read all of it. I've watched.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up in the anime though, but it's
Yeah.
kind of brain dead now.
Well, I mean, the manga's been done for the last 4 years, I think.
I know, but like,
it's been dead. It's been done for so long.
here's my hot take:
What?
if UFO didn't animate that manga,
Yeah.
would not be popular at all. Would not be popular at all.
Oh, I feel like a lot of people knew. I feel like the manga was like popping up that much. I mean, yeah,
Really?
I mean, the popularity would not be as high as it was, but it still would have been like high up there. It would have been like,
I mean, sure,
it would have been like as popular as Naruto. I mean, it is as popular as Naruto.
I'd say it's more. I'd say it's way more.
Ah, really? In 2006, that era? In 06, 08, like that era of anime?
Well, okay,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
this is a topic I think we've talked about before, but like,
Yeah.
like, we were both like since day one anime fans. I think for you, I'll let you tell the story like after if you want. But you said you watched Akira when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad showed him Akira. For me, it was like barely like 1 or 2 years old, barely form a coherent sentence. My dad was like, watch Naruto with me, or watch Dragon Ball with me, and he'd had me a Haagen-Dazs douche de louche ice cream with a spoon on the lid, and I'd like eat that while watching DBZ or DBZ Kai or Naruto. And like for me, seeing like anime, kind of like the popularity of it, right? So like, I'd say before quarantine, it was kind of a like, definitely way nicher, and definitely not as, definitely kind of frowned upon. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You know what's so weird? There's this one guy that I know that for the longest time, I've been like, you need to watch anime. You need to watch anime. But he's like, no, I'm watching my goat LeBron do basketball. Like, okay, cool. But you should check out anime. He's like, no. COVID happens, and now
He's
into
a
anime.
huge fan, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's what happened. Is like when we're all locked inside, everyone started watching anime, and now like anime is very, I'd say it's very mainstream, and it's very like, if you tell someone, oh yeah, I watch anime, they'll be like, okay. But like back then, you tell someone you watch anime, dude. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this. I remember in middle school, all my friends were like, you watch anime, you watch hentai,
Yeah.
and then like that kind of like teasing, at sometimes bullying, but I wouldn't say it was bullying. It was like very bad teasing. But
I remember in like in middle school, because everyone would we'll be handed out Chromebooks that you could like
oh my god.
every time. I would, whenever I'm TAing or whatnot, I would just take my like Chromebook, go to the corner of the classroom,
Read manga?
not do like no, I'll just watch anime.
Watch
That's all I
anime,
did. Just
dang.
watch anime. I was just like, I think I was like rewatching One Piece. I've rewatched One Piece roughly 5 times.
Gosh.
That's not a joke. Like all the way through, even including the fillers. I have sat down, rewatched it. No like speeding up or anything. No. Rewatch it. I would not go to sleep. I remember for like I think close to like a week or 2 straight, I would just not go to sleep, not do any of my
Watch One
homework, and just watch One Piece.
If it's peak, it's peak, bro. If it's peak, it's peak. Oh, you good?
No, because like my mom will make like dinner or lunch or whatnot, right? And I'll like go out, take the food, not eat with my family, go back in my room, and just continue to watch One Piece.
What if you put your family on One Piece?
Well, it was my dad who got me into One Piece.
Oh, so you.
Because I started out watching the Korean subtitles, and then I found the English subtitles, and I was like, wow, I kind of understand it a bit more. And then I rewatched what was up. I think it was up to Punk Hazard, and then I rewatched it again. It was all the way up to Dressrosa, and that sucked because Dressrosa, if in the anime, Dressrosa is awful. The animation quality sucks. Everything's way too over, like the proportions were all
too
wrong,
long, too short.
way too long. It's just, and not just that, there's so many flashbacks because the anime kept on catching up to the manga so much.
So they had to slow it down. Yeah.
They had to slow it down so many times. It was just the most grinding thing possible. I remember like one episode will be like 4 pages of the manga, of one chapter. Like terrible. I don't know how they got away with that, but they did. Nah. I've rewatched all of One Piece like I think close to 5 times.
I think the only thing
I try to do it once a year.
That's pretty good.
I haven't done it in the last 3 years though.
Takes too much time. I was like,
Well, no,
1,000 episodes, bro.
I just like during COVID and whatnot, I just like kind of like dropped off watching anime as a whole.
Manga.
Like I will only watch like the newest episode of One Piece, but that's it. Like I wouldn't really continue watching. If you like looked at my mouth, it would like, I think how many series have I watched? Like now like 800 or something like that. Something crazy, but like the count just stopped because it just like stopped watching.
Yeah,
I just kind of fed it off.
Just manga, yeah.
Read manga.
Yeah, because
Only-
manga is so much more efficient.
It's so much easier.
And like half the time it like looks better too. Like,
Yeah.
More than half the time it's like 2/3.
Yeah, I hate it when like there's like this like certain character art or like character designs that happen in manga, but they don't reflect anything.
You gotta translate, yeah.
I know, and just like,
Oh, that's
Come
blue lock, bro. That's blue lock. All I'm saying.
come on. I mean, a more recent one that comes to mind is like, was it the Russian Ayla?
Oh yeah, you mentioned this one, yeah.
Yeah, I've mentioned that one because the character designs that they have for Yuki and Ayla and Masachika, like, I like the manga a lot more compared to the anime. And the anime, it's like a little bit more dulled down, but the animation quality is still good. I don't know. That's just me. I'm nitpicking by this point. This RSO is the most like chaotic RSO. I feel like.
Well, that's just because of, well, honestly, mainly me.
Yeah. Because if you join our Discord channel, it's like it's just chaos. Like it's like we got like a whole section that's the Vanguarders, and we got the whole piggy section that's all League players, and then we got a whole section that's
Marvel
like rivals, and then all of them do God knows what. Like it'll be like 2 a.m, and then they'll walk outside.
The Gasworks
Park over in Seattle, Washington. It is near the campus. 2 a.m, they'll just walk there, and I'll like be lying down in bed, checking my phone, and then they're all just hanging out at the park. It's cold as 29 degrees outside, and they're just out. And it's just me being like, why are you out there? What are you doing? And it's like, I don't, you know, just like look at the monkey bars and be like, oh, look at this.
Okay, that was actually pretty fun. They had like a spinny, so it's like it's a pole, and it's like monkey bars, right? But it spins.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite playground toy I've ever seen, mainly because like, dude, I was like swinging around like Spider-Man on that thing, bro. It was so fun.
But it's cold, so cold outside though.
I'm different.
You're built different?
I'm built different.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, to me though, what you're mentioning about the RSO, just kind of how people are just doing their own thing. Can I be so real with you? That's my goal and more, you know?
Yeah.
Because my goal when I became president, and I'm not sure what your goal exactly was, but mine was that I wanted to create a space for like people to like form friend groups and for people to like keep making new friends here. Like, cause that's like, for me, something that, not gonna lie, I've barely had here at the University of Washington.
I feel like this is the most involved I've been in, like, on campus ever.
Me too. No,
it's saddening that this is happening in my senior year
like,
of
right?
all years. But this feels like the most involved I have been on this campus.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, it's exciting. It's I don't know. It feels like I want to do so much more. But we only have so much time.
You still got what, like 4 months?
I don't have a job.
It's okay. Let me do it.
I'm like looking at the job offers I do have. I'm like, I don't want to go into any of them. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen this degree. It's too late now though, because I'm almost done. I don't want to graduate.
I mean, neither. But yeah, time always moves forward.
How do you balance school life with this?
Oh,
you don't?
That's not very fair to say. I'd say I definitely put more energy and effort into this club than I do school. But it's just because it's like, dude, I don't have too much. I have like some passion for my degree, but it's also kind of just like, I chose chemistry. Chemistry is cool and all, but it's not like.
Are you also pre-med?
Kinda, yeah. I'm the pre-med track, but like I'm having doubts now. Like my senior year, I'm having doubts. Isn't that crazy, guys? Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, like me and CS being like, oh, like freshman year, I'm like, the job market is beautiful. I think I'm good. I'm all ready to go.
Now we're cooking.
Now I'm looking at the job market. Now CS is crashing. Everything sucks. I watched my roommate struggle for like a year straight trying to find a job. I'm cooked. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's okay. I mean, again, we're really young. I assume most people listening to this are going to be pretty young.
I mean, all the time. It's just going to be our like club members. That's pretty much it. If this extends and you're like,
where are they talking
someone else? I'll be like, whoa. Let's some buzzwords. Canvas. Don't you all like love it? Like refreshing Canvas and being like, wow, I have an assignment due very soon. I'm gonna delay it to the best that I can to like 3 hours before it's due. I've done that way too many times.
I mean, if that's like your work style, that's fine too, you know.
Procrastination?
That's like a real work style.
Oh, dude, it's not good.
It's not. I'm not saying it's a good style, but it's a style.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, when I get home tonight, I'm probably just gonna like lie down and just be on my phone for God knows how long.
Manga time?
No, I don't read manga on my phone.
Oh, only a computer?
Only on my computer. I can't read manga on my phone. If I'm reading anything on my phone, it's probably like just like the news.
Because this is how I be reading manga. It's like I'm in bed and I fall asleep.
No, I had to dedicate. I had to like sit down and like actually dedicate and be like, okay, you know what? If I'm gonna read, I'm gonna like make sure I remember, because like
Speed readers, dude. Speed readers.
Oh, no, I don't speed read though.
Oh,
That's the
I
thing.
mean, but like you don't want to.
No, it's not even that I don't want to. It's just so that I remember what's going on in this plot because I've read so much that I have to like read the first 5 chapters, whatever the new chapter has come out of that particular series, just so I remember the plot.
I see.
But sometimes it ends up with me rereading like 100 chapters before I get to the new chapter to release, just so that I'm like, okay, now this is why this is happening. That makes sense.
It's not good.
Because then like, I look at the clock and it's like, you know what? It is 2 p.m. After this, I'm gonna go back to doing actual work. And then I look and it's 6. And then I'm like, oh,
I got 3 hours.
No, it's bad. It's really bad because a year ago I went to Japan and I filmed like a vlog series and whatnot, right? I started editing it. I kept on editing it, and then now it's been a year and it's still not done. Even though if it was for like anyone else, it would have been done a long time ago. I'm just that lazy. Because every time I open it up and like I have like notes of like, Shawn, you need to like do this, you need to add this transition, yada yada. I'm like, what if I didn't? What if I just watch Moist Critical review a whole bunch of different types of food? Let me do that instead. I have like I think 12 different video projects that like are like all filmed and ready to go that I just haven't edited. Like stuff from like high school that I have like all recorded that I just never. Yeah, I know. No, there's a like I think like 11th grade, like junior year. There's a video of me like reviewing different bottles of water.
What was number 1?
I don't remember. I think it was like Kirkland.
That's fair. Yeah.
I think it was like Kirkland or like Smart Water or something. Like that.
Kirkland's so cheap and it's very chuggable.
Let's talk about rave culture for a little bit. No.
Well, actually, this is the question I had for you earlier. Okay.
Okay.
So this is actually a very fun thing I want to talk about with you. I feel like I've never really asked this, but like within the local Seattle greater area scene, what like niche hobby groups are you part of, rather than just here Anime Nation? You know.
Oh, like what?
So I can give an example for me if you want. I have a few. So first is like, there's this arcade game at Round 1 Tequila called Dance Rush Stardom. And like I used to go there like every single Friday for like a year and a half or 2 years straight. I'd always be like playing that game there. It's a very fun rhythm game that emphasizes expression. So like the fun part for me and the community there was like everyone danced differently, and seeing them all like grow and get better was really cool. Like so something like that for you. Do you have any other like groups like like? Well, like I would say like more like
melee scene, but like I don't really show my face in the I don't really show my face in the melee scene as much.
I see.
Because my younger brother is like cracked at melee.
Really?
He's cracked at melee.
Who's the main?
I think he makes Jiggly. Oh wait, no. He always says to me, I think he's been playing Ike. Or someone from Final Fantasy. Some guy with a sword. I don't know.
You mean Marth? Marth? Okay.
I don't know. Some guy with a sword. He just like
he said melee, right?
Yeah.
Probably Marth.
Yeah, probably Marth.
Yeah. Or Link, but you know Link.
No, it's not Link.
Yeah.
It's Final Fantasy. Not Final Fantasy. Fire Emblem is Fire Emblem.
It's Marth. It's Marth.
Yeah.
Oh, quick little fun fact. I believe if I did my math correctly, when I worked at Sushi Kashiba, Pokimane ate something I made with my hands. That's all I gotta say.
Actually?
She ate something I made, bro. She ate the tamago tofu I made.
No, I don't watch OTV.
No, I don't really.
I only watch Michael.
Michael's pretty good.
But I don't really watch him either. I only found him out through watching William Osman, who is an engineering YouTuber that I really like. But the only reason why I found him is because I watched Binging with Babish.
Dude, I love all the engineering YouTubers that make like fictional things real. Yeah. You know? Like, oh my goodness.
When you watch like my YouTube content is like all cooking. Like 80% of it is all cooking. Yeah, it's like J. Kenji Lopez, all Babish. A little bit of Joshua Weissman. I kind of stopped watching him though.
Pretty sure all of mine is like nerd, like specifically like gaming nerds. Sometimes comics though, but back to cooking. You know,
it's like Guga Foods.
Okay,
his steak videos are really good.
Is Guga actually a good content creator? Is he actually a good cook? Because every time I watch him, he's just like, I put butter on this. Let's check it out. And then he fucking like cooks the food and
I feel like whenever I watch him, it's like more
entertaining.
Like, it's interesting.
No,
like,
for sure. Okay,
what is it like? He takes like a steak, he buries it in dirt for like a week.
Like some random single week. It's a different thing. You know?
Yeah, and he's like, wow, this steak's good.
This is what happened. Let's try it out. And he cuts in. It's like his cousin's like, or his nephew's like, it tastes like the blank, and then it's like, yeah, of course it does, you know.
Of course it does.
Okay, like, no hate. You know,
no one's gonna ever do that though. Like no same person, because if you were gonna make good steak, then you just make good steak.
True. So
why would you go through the effort of doing all that unless like it's the most goated thing in the sauce? I don't know.
Yeah.
What is that for? I don't know.
That makes sense because like I was wondering like what is his niche, like who does he appeal to? But seeing that's more of like a just an interesting.
No, but if I'm like trying to watch like YouTubers who are like actually trying to like do like go through the scientific process of like looking through like what makes food good.
Jake Kenji.
No, Jake Kenji's good. Jake Kenji's good. I was gonna say Mythical Kitchen.
Jake Kenji also ate something I made with my hands.
That's such a.
He ate the same
brag.
thing as Pokemon and also the shrimp heads. I like. This is very. How do I describe this? There's like these things called spot prawns. It's the only raw shrimp you should eat, or like shellfish you should eat like that. And like one of my duties was to like peel and fry the heads. And I made them so beautiful. You know, the whiskers go up and wavy and all that. I gave Jake Kenji Lopez the most beautiful one.
God, I want to meet him.
It's crazy. He's just like on the Burke Gilman Trail. You know, he's like biking around and stuff.
Yeah, I really want to meet him. I just want to go to him and be like, "Thank you for giving birth to the reverse
Sear steak. Oh, speaking of reverse steak and steak in general, you know. We're having a food event in a couple of weeks, about I'd say what, like 3 weeks?
In about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Steaks. So we're gonna be making reverse seared ribeyes,
Yes.
and we're gonna give you guys 3 different steak sauces that we enjoy or just from like anime.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the classic one of like Shokugeki no Soma's choplin steak with is it a red wine onion sauce or is it just onion?
It's red wine onion.
Okay, well. Is there any other like steak sauces from anime that you know?
I feel like an easy one with steak hot pop. We could do like we could make the alpha
Okay,
sauce.
but is that from anime? Those like I'm making steak al papa. That's my favorite.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm making it tonight.
You're making it tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, with that ribeye you're dry aging?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good. The steak al papa is my favorite sauce by far.
Yep. I got a whole jar of black peppercorns and some beef stock.
Yeah.
I need to like start like when I get home. I'm probably gonna just like leave it on the stove top and get it back for like an hour.
But yeah. Going back to the event though, you know, one thing I was really inspired by, like with this idea, was like, have you ever seen like the beautiful steak dones, like not even from anime but from Japan? You know, they got like just a nice bowl of steaming rice, and they got the medium rare Kobe beef, and they put like the green onions and the egg on top. Oh my god, it looks so good. I've only had like Wagyu or A5, whatever whatever it's called. I've only had it once. How many times have you had it before?
I had 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah. Okay, this is probably bad. I applied for EBT.
Oh.
I
know where this is going.
I applied for EBT, and they give you like I think like $600 a month, and because I'm on financial aid, I was eligible because like during COVID they like gave out like some like voucher or whatnot, or there was like something that allowed for me to get it. Of course I can't get it anymore, but I was able to. And I looked at how much money I had, and then I was at Costco, and EBT works at Costco, and I saw A5 Wagyu, and I was like looking at it, I'd be like, $100? I'm gonna use taxpayer money. I'm gonna
Taxpayer money?
I'm gonna use taxpayer money. This is bad. They're gonna like if some. Okay, yeah, I can't get political, but
they'll never know.
Well, they'll never know. But
that was hypothetical.
I made it. Hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetical.
Got some milk bread. Made
Oh, you made the sando?
Made the sando.
Yeah.
With some katsu sauce on it. Made me go. Tastes like spam.
Really? Tastes like spam?
No, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that amount of butteriness and like the saltiness that you get from it, like.
So I get what you're saying.
It kind of like it gives me like spam. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's delicious. It's like meaty. It has like, of course, it tastes like a steak. Don't get me wrong. But like, there's aspects about like just a spam taste to it. A little bit. Is that blasphemy? Is that blasphemous? I feel like it is, but at the same time, yeah. I don't know. When it comes to like food anime, like what comes to mind? Because the only one like was like the big one is like Food Wars probably.
Okay, there's one I mentioned that you haven't seen. It's like Flavors of Life. It's animated by did Cho Annie make Weathering with You and
Cho Annie? No, that's not.
Was
it? Wave.
Okay, well it's made by the same animators. Yeah, it's made by the same animators. Flavors of Life, but it takes place in China. And it's just like 3 small stories of how like a food has changed throughout someone's life. One of them, I think the one I remember most fondly, the one it's known for, is like it's like beef, Chinese beef noodles. Dude, but remember with the panda noodle bar like a week or two ago?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing, but like without the spice.
Okay.
You should check that out sometime.
All right.
Pretty good. It's like less than an hour.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I forgot what the other two meals were.
Food Wars doesn't need to be that edgy.
Really?
Nah.
It's been so long. I haven't.
Oh no!
just
You
remember
watch it and you're like
some of
half
the-
your time you're just like,
but-
this is exactly. You're just like, this
Weird.
is so edgy. It makes you like
Wait, edgy?
etchy.
Oh, edgy. I just said edgy. I was like, it's
No,
edgy?
no, it's not edgy, but it's edgy. It's like very, very lewd. And
Oh, no,
you're
I
just
know
like,
for
"Ooh,
sure."
This is. I want a good show.
Well, that's
I
how.
feel like
that's
there's
how
I
it makes
feel
you
like, I
feel,
feel like
bro.
there's a lot of animes that's kind of been ruined by like how edgy it is. But at the same,
No, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
but like, albeit I will say, when you're a teenager, you're like,
You're like, this is so. This is the best thing ever. Oh my god. Oh, the one show I hated with ecchi. This is just a show I hate in general. Seven Deadly Sins.
yeah,
I just remember like putting it on the TV on Netflix when I got home from like high school,
okay,
and then like that was like true brain rot. Like,
dude, you're hurting me. Like my nostalgia's like riding over right now. I'm like, oh, dude, I love that show.
you love Seven Deadly
It's a good
Sins,
show. I
Seven
think- I
Deadly
think I give it, like,
Frames.
an 8.
Really?
Huh? Yeah, first season is good.
What do you? Okay.
I don't remember anything past that. But I just remember like what I've watched, I really liked.
Every single time they're gonna do anything, it's like four big kanji. It's like big thunder, lightning attack, and then
Yeah.
that happens back and forth for 12 episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Turn off your brain. You're having a good time. That's the whole point.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I did remember like the first season. I was like, this isn't bad. And then I watched the season 2, and I was like, dude, it gets off my screen.
Has there been anything recent that you've been watching?
Not particularly.
It's gonna be dated.
Yeah, I only really read manga again. And, like, if I do watch shows, it's like I'll be watching Practical Jokers every now and then, because that's like my favorite show of all time.
Practical Jokers?
Yeah, like favorite like American TV show of all time.
For me, I like think about sitcoms.
Sitcoms.
Yeah, like Parks and Rec.
Hmm.
It's Always Sunny.
My sister was really into them. I watched a few episodes, but never got super into those.
Dude, I'm about to like start playing episodes on the Discord. channel.
I've seen a few. I remember I've seen The Day Man.
That's a good episode, but like I don't think that like it does a good job like encapsulating them as characters, but I don't think that's like the best episode.
Like, not
I think.
something else.
I want to play one of the episodes. It's them when they go to court, but they go to court in their own bar. It's like a fake court type.
Oh,
situation. It's so funny.
Hmm.
It's so funny. Such a good show. There's like have you how far have you gone to Grand Blue?
Dude, I'm be real. I read that first volume you gave me, and I haven't really touched it since.
I'm
sorry.
I'm just about to just like I want you to be on like just in general, and I'm about to like sit down and just play the first six episodes.
I feel like I need to read it now before I graduate college to really appreciate.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason. It's like if you're
Yeah.
drinking, that is what it is.
I haven't
Grand
read.
Blue is one of those mangas that every time I see people talk about it, at least like some of my favorite like YouTube like Trash Taste or whatnot. Whenever they talk about Grand Blue, they're always like pass it off. I'm like, it's not about diving. That manga has nothing to do with diving.
So being in college.
It's about no, it's not. It's just about alcoholism.
It's college, bro.
And male nudity. That is all that manga is. It is about male nudity and alcoholism. It is half the reason why whenever I'm home, I'm always just in my underwear and that's it. There's like that is the only reason why, because it encapsulates that young free spirit. You don't have a job.
Just like kind of like doing whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I definitely think I do need to like read more of it while I'm still like in college.
Yes. Yes.
To really appreciate it.
Yes.
I haven't like touched booze in like a month. Is it? It's been like 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah. It's the cut.
Yeah.
Cut.
Or not even like I just haven't been feeling like it, you know.
No, it's the cut.
Oh, yeah, it's the cut. Yeah. Actually, that reminds me. Do you? Okay, this is kind of crazy, but like,
Yeah.
you don't know. I'm like I wouldn't say I'm a bodybuilder or anything, but like I'm really into like muscle fitness, whatever, you know, like, right, whatever. But do you know what the main reason why I've always been? There's like 2 reasons
Okay.
why I'm into fitness.
Yeah.
It's the cosplay characters, and so I can pretend to be Spider-Man. I'm not even joking.
Wait a second.
Those are the 2 reasons why I work out so much. Like I'm not kidding. All 3 is like it's fun and it keeps me sane, but like those are the 3 reasons, I guess.
Actually, I would say that a lot of the reason why I wanted to like work out was for cosplay.
No,
But at the same time, I haven't cosplayed like, and I also
you're about
don't
to.
remember I don't know what I'm doing.
I know,
I haven't even got to touch my Ava phone. It's just like kind of like there.
It's hard, you know. It's like someone once you jump into it, you'll start. Look at.
What do I do? What do I do? I'm looking at like, what do I do with this?
Okay, do you actually want? I'll give everyone a tutorial.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, you go to Etsy, you Google character armor Pepakura file, and then if you don't know what Pepakura is, like when you kind of cut shapes out on paper and you fold it and you glue it together to make a 3D model. It's the same thing but on Evafoam.
Okay.
And then what you do is you print out the file, make sure it's scaled to your body, and then you cut it out on the foam, and then
What do you print it though?
on paper.
Yeah, but like, how you make sure like the scale is proper if you're printing it?
Before you like cut it out, you can like you can tape the pieces of paper together, and then you put it to your body and be like, okay, this is fine. Because the paper's gonna mimic, or the foam is gonna mimic the paper. So yeah, you cut out the pieces, you trace it on once you find the good fit, and then you cut it out, and then unlike paper where you can just easily fold it, you gotta use a heat gun for the Eva to bend it slowly. So that Eva foam is plastic, right? So when you heat it up, it gets plowable or whatever and then you can bend it, and once it cools, it'll like stay that shape. That's how you do that.
That's how you do that.
Honestly, if you like stay dedicated, you'll finish it in like 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
And that's like if you work on it like every like other day or 3 days, you'll finish it in 2-3 weeks.
I'll try my best, but at the same time, I'm looking for like I need to know motivations. I need like someone to like.
Okay, once I buy my, because for me I need to sew things, so once I get that, I can drag you to the mill.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, I need someone. Anyone. If you are also a cosplayer and you're watching this, reach out. Anyone can message me. If you're in the Discord, you can at me and just be like, you're dumb, let me help you. And I'll be like, please, thank you.
I didn't mention painting, but like it's not.
How does painting work? How does one paint? I know spray painting. I know graffiti.
The same thing, but
Graffiti's
like
great.
before you do that fun stuff.
Graffiti in Seattle is very scary to do though.
Yeah, you mentioned a bit like the tagging culture.
Oh yeah.
To that in a second, really quick. But to paint on the you do two things. Before you can even paint on it.
Yeah.
You gotta use the heat gun again, and you need to go over like the top of the foam. And what that does is it makes so it's like porous. Evafoam is like a porous plastic sheet of foam, right?
Yeah.
By doing that, you'll make the pores kind of close a bit. Once they close a bit, you have to buy a special rubber coat spray paint.
Okay.
Like, I think like Plastidip, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And then you spray paint the armor, and now you have like the perfect primer set for it. Yeah, that's how you. And then you paint it however you want. That's how you make Evafoams.
I thought that you just put like rubber cement all over it, and then you sand the crap out of it, and then you spray it.
You could. I've inhaled too much toluene from rubber cement though.
What don't you like sniffing?
Dude, okay. I doubt my landlord's not gonna see this, but if you go downstairs to my basement, I remember when I cosplayed like Snow Moon Kane from League of Legends, and I had to work on that like a few days before, so I was in a big time crunch.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it outside, right? Like spray paint outside like a normal person, but it started raining.
Okay.
So if you go into my basement, you'll see a bunch of like little stains from like spray paint and like rubber cement on the ground. I will fix that before I move out, but just don't tell my landlord I did that.
Just like get some bleach.
Dude, I hope bleach works, dude.
Bleach or like, would vinegar work?
Probably acetone.
Yeah, actually no, acetone.
No.
Everclear.
This guy took a shot of Everclear, by the way, and survived.
Oh, dude, Everclear sucks.
It sucks. What?
I took it because it's a Grand Brew reference. No, that's a lie.
They took a shot of Everclear?
Oh, no, they drink that on the regular.
Everclear?
Yeah.
90% alcohol?
Yeah, no, like the first, like, I think the first episode, or like the first or second episode is literally them having a tall glass, calling it water, but it's just Everclear.
That was vodka. That was like normal vodka, like, you know.
Oh, no. It gets further on a little bit more. They reveal it's Everclear. It's really funny.
Yeah, that if you don't know, Everclear is like, the moment it enters your system, it burns, and you feel like burn.
Oh, it feels like death.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it probably makes my
Gets you quickly.
One reason why I don't drink as much, it makes my tummy hurt.
No, that's fair.
Speaking of which, it's kind of, what alcohol has anime or like games, manga influenced what alcohol you like? I know Grand Blue.
Okay, I can't say any anime. Like, okay, Grand Blue is the reason why I like drinking. But again, I don't drink as nearly as much because the cut.
Yeah.
I'm on the cut. And at the same time, too, I also don't like getting drunk nearly as much. I like to getting drunk if I'm with friends. If I'm with, like, a buddy or something,
Yeah, absolutely.
then yes.
But if you're alone,
But if I'm alone, no, it's...
Terrible.
I know, it's kind of depressing.
yeah,
I get kind of sad. I'm like,
understandably.
But, I wouldn't say it has been, like, any, like, anime has influenced that out.
Really?
No anime has done that. You know what has? Sitcoms.
Really?
Oh, yeah, Parks and Rec.
What's the alcohol in Parks and Rec?
Lagavulin, Scotch whiskey.
Is that the Ron Pearl?
Ron Swanson.
Yeah, Ron Swanson. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Offerman's character, because it is his favorite whiskey, and I'm like, I want to be a whiskey guy because that guy's cool. I want to be like him. and then I kind of forced myself to like it, and now it's to a point where now I can distinguish what is good and what isn't good.
You see, it's funny because I have something similar, but mine is Weeb.
Yeah.
You ever play Yakuza 0?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd love Gawahi, like I'm Kiryu or Majima, but probably Kiryu because I played Kiwami 1 and 2 too. I love walking to the bars with my little strut, sitting down. I'll take one 2,000, 20,000 yen whiskey shot, please. And he goes, oh, boy. And I was like, dude, that's
What is it, like a Suntory Toki?
not even Togi. It's like, I've actually taken the same shot I have in game. Yamazaki 12, which is like I think the bottle's 200 or something.
Yep.
Like a $20 shot.
Oh, no, the Yamazakis are pretty good.
Yeah, actually, high key, I know we're talking about alcohol right now, but like we're talking anime, but when I had Yamazaki 12, when it wasn't cold, there was so much cinnamon. I was like, dude, am I drinking Fireball right now? I hate Fireball, by the way. Another story for another time. But once it was chilled down, I was like, oh, this is pretty smooth. It's got a nice, it's smooth, but it has like for some reason, whiskey, it's like alcohol. Enthusiasts like the feeling of the burn, but it had a good burn in like a decent way. Yeah.
Nah. I'm thinking about have you had like the just Nika coffee?
I've heard of that one, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, another Japanese whiskey. I'm interested in getting that one, but I got no money, bro.
Yeah, it's like $180.
You know what? You know what's $20?
What's $20?
Bottle of Jägermeister. If you don't know, Jägermeister is a green bottle with a buck on it, okay? And this is a very interesting drink. It tastes like medicine, but in a good way. And the reason why I'm into it is because of my friend Max Tang. Shout out Max. But we're both really into Japanese, very niche Japanese EDM. It's called Anikura, and that's basically just anime music meant for the club, and it's better than any of the remixes people make on the West, right? But basically, for some reason, in that culture, in the Anikura Japan culture, they're really into Jägermeister. So, if you ever had a Jaeger bomb, I've been there. We should have a cheer sometime. Anyways.
Yeah. Liquor. This episode is sponsored by Uncrustables. Smucker's Uncrustables. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the lifeblood of the study rooms and everything and our nutritional needs.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly, no one can go wrong with it.
300 calories, 10 grams of protein, $1.50, dude. That's all I need.
So thank you to Smucker's Uncrustables for feeding us. Back to the episode. So when I was a child, I had a lot of VHSs growing up. We had a big CRT TV in this crappy apartment in Oakland, California, where I'll look out the window and there'll be gang violence, some dude crapping in the street, which is real, by the way. Like this, I'm not trying to be like, oh, this sucks. No, like it genuinely. My brain, the more I realize, like I remember my childhood, the more you're like, oh yeah, no, that place is Oakland sucked. That being said, I remember being a child and we would have a bunch of VHSs, and I had plenty of VHSs like the Rugrats movie, Chicken Little, Monsters Inc., Toy Story. Great. One of the VHSs we had was something that was clearly burned on because it was a white label, and in Korean it said Akira. I didn't know it. My parents were out, so I put it into the VHS machine.
I was doing that in Korean. So
yeah. Put it into the VHS machine, plugged it in, and the VHS itself wasn't wound up all the way. Like,
It was like halfway through.
And it was the scene where Tetsuo blows up into a big blob of fleshy mass. And as a 4-year-old watching that scene, it scarred the living shit. And I remember as a child being horrified of animation as a whole. It has ruined cartoons for like I think 2 years. Like I couldn't watch PBS, it was that bad.
Really?
I could only watch like Sesame Street because it actually had humans in it. I couldn't watch cartoons. That terrified me because I didn't know cartoons could be like that. I thought cartoons were safe. I thought that was the type of thing that you would watch because it is something that is comforting. As a child, you're gonna have an okay time. I didn't know it could be like that. So that scared me a lot. Something else is later on, I remember when I was like 8 or 9 years old, I didn't realize that there was such thing called adult animation. And what I mean by that is not like adult, I mean like South Park.
Yeah.
Because I have never heard cartoon characters cuss.
Yeah.
Hearing cartoon characters cuss for the first time made me go, cussing is okay. And I remember cussing in elementary school and being like, getting like reprimanded so heavily.
Well, dude, I didn't like know what I was saying in high school. Elementary, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So just say whatever comes to your mind. Whatever you watch, you're gonna just say.
I remember walking home like from high school one day, and I passed by some elementary schoolers, and they're like, "School of like he like bro's like this tall, right? He's like like that.
Oh, dude, the new generation is cooked.
Yeah,
The new generation is cooked.
everyone has TikTok brain.
Oh, it's not even TikTok, right? Like they watch God knows what. Like I think I met like there was a kid that I met that's like she's like 8, 9 years old, and he like actively watches Kaisen Hat.
Real?
Yeah, and that made me go, oh, and then they'll be like, oh, I love they like Ice Spice or whatever the heck or whatnot, and they're like watching her music videos and like, oh, this is a child. This is like actively a child. They shouldn't be watching this content. They should be nowhere near this content. And parents are monitoring. And they're not actually like actively trying. So it made me realize, oh wait, this generation might be cooked.
No, for real. My sister, I remember she's like, she's 7 years younger, or 12 years younger than me, I think. No, 15 years younger than me. She's 6, right? I remember she started doing like, sir, right? And then she's like,
speed.
yeah. So I was like, she's like, I love Ronaldo. I'm like, what number does he wear? And she goes, I don't know. Oh no. Yeah, they're pretty cooked. Also, I was in the toy store, with her, like looking around the toy store. Everything is gambling, bro. I'm not even joking. Everything's a blind box. Half of everything in the toy store was a blind box.
Hi, that's how you make money.
Yeah, no, but like kids are getting indoctrinated to gambling so early. It's actually insane to me.
What? They're gonna go like be like steak. I'm gonna make a steak account. I'm gonna put all my
Exactly. It's crazy. Like even like gotcha games have this problem where it's like
no, gotcha games based.
it's based. Oh yeah, you're right.
Anime characters. Oh,
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine if it's an anime.
It's fine if it's on a screen and it's like they're like pretty good. Zenless Zone Zero is the most gooner game I've ever seen. Anyways,
What is it?
ZZZ. Turbo Gooner, bro.
I don't know what ZZZ is.
It's a new Hoyoverse game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay. No, I gotcha scary.
No, it's scary.
Being a man who has spent close to, I think, more than like $500.
Let's say greens.
Oh no.
Oh, $5 on what?
Oh no. If we're talking about figures, I spent
I know it's more.
a crap ton. But if we're talking in terms of, I'm a man of the culture. I purchase a lot of anime merchandise, but something that is like actually like I just wasted money and I'll never get that money back ever. Is I remember like that's the scary thing. The fact that like you can, if whatever allowance you get, if you don't have a credit card, you can walk to a 7-Eleven, pick up like a Google Play Store card, and then
gamble.
Just, like, gamble with that. I would One Piece Treasure Cruise. I would spend so much.
One Piece gotcha game.
Yeah, it's a One Piece gotcha game where you could like pick like SSR Nami or like triple S like Zoro or something. Like I would spend so much money on that because I refuse to download Fate Go. Because everyone else will play Fate Go. I didn't want to play Fate Go.
It's a throwback. Fate Go. Oh my goodness.
FGO.
We're so old, Ron.
Yeah. So old. We say that guys are 21. I'm about to be 22 in less than a month.
That's great. Yeah, the 25th.
26.
I'm always off by like a day or two.
I had to uninstall Twitter.
No, yeah, I don't. Am I allowed to say that? Is that political?
No, Twitter?
Oh.
I used to only use Twitter. Like, here's the thing. My Twitter is based in Japan. Like, I changed my country settings on my Twitter account to Japan because I only follow like artists. That's all I follow. I unfollowed all of like YouTubers or like anyone, any like US celebrities. I only follow like Japanese artists. But for some reason, every time I open up Twitter now, it's all political. So that made me go, this just makes me angry.
Yeah.
And the fact that like no one that I follow is even popping up anymore,
Yeah, it's
what's the point?
it's like bad for your mental.
Yeah, so now I only go on Pixiv.
I was gonna say like you damn Pixel, bro. Actually, one thing I think I mentioned that
I like Blue Sky, but at the same time,
it's like too small right now.
it is too small.
But like you could change that. What was I say? When I did make a Twitter primarily for one reason, or X, for literally only one reason.
Yeah.
It's because
Call it X.
sorry, X or Twitter.
No, just call it Twitter.
I use Twitter because in Japan, Twitter is super popular, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
The dance rush scene, if you want to like connect with people from Japan, you have to use Twitter, and you need to post your little dances on Twitter, you know. But yeah, I have a few friends who were friends, and like whenever they go to Japan every now and then, they actively meet up with like the best players in the world there, just because they post on Twitter. I'm not even joking.
Oh
Yeah, so it's pretty cool, I guess. But
yeah. No, it's just gotten that bad to the point where now I'm like, even though my curiosity is what Japanese like person is gonna go up on Twitter right now and then just see a bunch of these English text posts and be like, what the
oh, you mean like the political post?
Yeah. No, it's like Elon. All of it's like Elon. That's why that's why I like look at it and be like, why? Who's gonna look at this? If I don't read English, why would I care about this? I wouldn't. The settings themselves say I'm in Japan. Why is it showing me United States, like posts from the United States? I don't get it. I think it's stupid. That's kind of why I gave up. Because originally the reason why I even had to in the first was because I don't want to see any of that. I only want to see my favorite
My pretty anime girls.
pretty anime girls and then my favorite directors and my favorite animes like doing promos and like letting people know about new announcements and whatnot. That's all I wanted to care about. And now I could retweet that, be like, yes, this voice actor, yes. And then I could be very happy. Now I use Reddit. Or Redditors.
You're a Redditor?
No, Reddit is an interesting little platform. I like look at it once and be like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And ironically, I think I use Discord the most now.
Oh no, Discord is like the most.
It's like by far, like especially because of our club now.
Yo, what social media do you really use? I don't use Insta. I don't use Snap. I don't use like anything. I only use Discord, and that's it.
Well, I mean, I use Insta just because group chats. All my group chats, like with like high school friends, are there. Like,
oh, dude, we do that all in Discord too.
And that's true, but like not everyone has Discord. But I mainly use Instagram for that. But yeah, definitely Discord is the most fun. It's also because it's like, Discord is just like I always wonder, right? So like me and you, when we see the Anime Nation Discord and YouTube feed, it's like, oh, we know all these people, right? It's like chill. We're just trying to basically it's just a friend group for us, right?
Yeah.
But it's people who like are from UW. There's quite a few actually. I wonder how they see it. Like, do they see us as like a public server, or like I wonder what's like from their viewpoint?
I want them to, because I want them to like not feel left out. Like, oh, that's why everyone messaging meetups, be like, hey, we're doing this. Want to come up?
No, exactly. But
if nothing's stopping you, you can show up.
Yeah.
And if you're new, you're like, heck yeah, welcome aboard.
I met a guy who's like been not popular, who's been coming to our general meetings, but like I never talked to you yesterday, and that was pretty cool. Because he was just like, I want to get wings.
Exactly. No, if you're in the Discord and you see something going on in meetups, just come by. Nothing's stopping you, and we're gonna welcome you as you are, because you are a precious member.
CIA.
Yeah, just don't be weird. That's the only rule. Don't be weird. We've had a few weird.
Am I allowed to talk shit?
We'll save that for a future episode.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna do this next week.
Well, I'm gonna do Thanos. Okay, sorry.
Would you rather have $1 billion added to your bank account right now and get type 1 and type 2 diabetes for not?
I'll do it.
You would?
Dollars.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
You could use at least half of that to fund research, you know?
Sure. And then nothing's gonna happen to you. You're limited to the food you're allowed to eat for the rest of your life.
It's fine by me, man.
No, I love food way too much. I don't think I can make that sacrifice.
That's valid.
I genuinely cannot make that sacrifice. You're telling me I can't have anything to have a little bit of sugar in it because now I'm affected by it, that it will ruin the rest of my life when it comes to food. I love food way too much. I can't say like half the reason why I even want money in the first place, so I have to try new food.
That's valid, but for me, like, I'm thinking kind of like extremely big picture. $1 billion US, okay? Dude, well, first I just hire like a chef to cook things that are safe for me to eat but are still yummy, right? That's the first thing I'd do. Well, that's $1 billion that you could use for, like, you know, for things, you know, like you could.
Yeah, you could get a chef, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I want to go to like some random dingy-ass village in the middle of nowhere in the Southeast Asia and then like have them make me something, and I want to try it because that culture and the history behind that meal, I want to experience it to its fullest extent, not be like, I'm limited, that I can't have this anymore.
Well, what if you use like 100 million of those $1 billion to like fund research?
You know how many people have done that? You know how many people have done that and nothing's happened?
I'm sure.
Well, I mean, we found the cure for type 1.
That's true, yeah.
But we don't know the cure for type 2 yet. I don't think I can make that sacrifice. It's taking that long. Mr. Beast has Crohn's disease and he still has it.
That's true.
He controllably. If you're a billionaire and you're stuck with like a health condition and that limits you from the food you're allowed to eat, then you know, I would rather be able to eat whatever I want to. And
but I do it. I do it.
Like, if it's like lactose intolerance, yeah, we have cures for that. We have lactate. There's a reason why we have like all these reasonings. But however, at the same time, when it comes to diabetes, you're stuck by your blood sugar level, and you have to be making sure you can't be eating anything too sweet. You can't have cotton candy. You can't have caramel apples. You can't even have most type of fruit.
Yeah, I'd still do it. 100%.
I can't do that. What about you? What about you, Phoebes? What about you? What about you? Do you think you could do that? Do you think you can make that sacrifice? Yeah, you can. You can hear yourself too, so.
How old? I mean, the rest of my family has diabetes.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No, that's not fair.
I was gonna say my mom has it, bro.
That's not.
And my dad too, actually.
My grandma has it.
Both of my parents do actually have it.
My grandma has it. I recently found out that all of from my dad's side, my great granddad to my dad's side grandpa, my grandpa, they all die from brain aneurysms. And apparently we have an inherited history of all dying from brain aneurysms.
Oh man,
I want to go to the hospital to make sure I don't get a brain aneurysm.
I mean, yeah, you should. You gotta like do your check-ins.
I'm trying to make my dad go.
Make both of you go together.
I can't go too far. I can't go too far because I'm about to get political. But we can't.
Oh yeah, we can now. Nowadays we can. I don't even know.
Yeah, but yeah.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say thank you everyone for watching.
Oh, that's the end. Oh.
This was an interesting episode. There's gonna be a lot of cuts, but it's fun. We're gonna probably do this next week. This will probably come out on Friday. At least I'm gonna try to aim to release this on Friday, and then we're gonna just let us know your thoughts. Please message it on whatever you have. Where should we have them? Like, if they want to say anything about it, which channel should they?
DM the Anime Nation UW on Instagram or join our Discord, and then say it wherever or 3. Tell me in the study room, and then I'll listen.
Yep. And Cody, I love you.
I don't.